And welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal and to the Sakhir GP Preview. F1 stays in Bahrain for the second leg of its triple-header finale of the reshuffled 2020 calendar with the first ever Sakhir Grand Prix. In a dramatic and fast-changing few days since the Bahrain Grand Prix, F1 prepares to return to action at the Bahrain International Circuit. Despite remaining in the same venue, both the circuit layout and the grid has a slightly different look to it. Lewis Hamilton will miss his first F1 race since 2006 after being ruled out having tested positive for coronavirus, with George Russell called up to the Mercedes squad for the Sakhir GP, with Williams naming reserve driver Jack Aitken as his replacement. I must say, I thought Stoffel would get the go there, but maybe not. Aitken, I'm sure he's a capable replacement, F2 winner after all. Meanwhile at Haas, Romain Grosjean will miss at least a Sakhir GP as he recovers from burns after that horrendous opening lap crash and is replaced by Pietro Fittipaldi. I do worry about him, he does seem a bit out of his depths. Haas also confirmed its F1 2020 driver lineup this week, with Mick Schumacher joining Nikita Mazepin for next year. I'm going to do a little video about that maybe in a few weeks' time. With no Hamilton on the grid, F1 will have its first different winner since the Russian GP back in September, which was won by Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas in a race which is set to generate the latest set of quirky F1 statistics from the crazy 2020 campaign. The redrafted 2020 F1 calendar following the coronavirus pandemic and subsequent cancellation of 13 races, series bosses were scrambled to produce a campaign of minimum of 8 races to meet FIA World Championship criteria, along with 15 races to fulfil the TV broadcasting deal, as well as hosting double headers at the Red Bull Ring in Silverstone. F1 has also visited venues not originally on the 2020 calendar, such as Istanbul Park. Bahrain's second race becomes the final new addition to the 2020 calendar, with the season wrapping up at Abu Dhabi next weekend. The previous new races on the redrawn 2020 F1 calendar were either part of double headers or races taking place at new circuits, with different races not allowed in the same F1 season. The Nuremberg F1 race, Mugello's F1 race, Imola's F1 race and the Red Bull Ring's second F1 race were all called different, and also the second Silverstone was, which is why we've got Sakhir, because it's, you know, the kind of the region. The Sakhir GP will also be unique as it's being run on a different track layout to last weekend, using Bahrain's international circuit outer loop. Taking advantage of the 2020 calendar, F1 has seized the opportunity to try out new formats, including 2-day weekends such as at Imola, and with this latest trial being Bahrain's almost an oval track, not actually an oval track, I'm a smart ass, as called by F1 Managing Director Ross Brawn. The track configuration for the Grand Prix has a layout up to turn 4, which after becomes a series of fast corners. The cars will rejoin at the existing circuit at the top of the hill, leading onto the back straight before completing the lap as normal with the double apex right header. At just 2.277 miles, the outer loop is more than a mile shorter than the current Grand Prix grades, but holds an FIA Grade 1 licence to stage the event. F1 anticipates cars will complete a lap in less than 55 seconds in qualifying and around 60 seconds in the race, making it one of the shortest laps in the series history. Earlier this month, race organisers confirmed the races will be run predominantly without spectators, with the circuit only open to frontline workers. The C2, the C3 and the C4 tyres have been chosen this weekend. Remarkably, there will be no rain. There will be around 20 degrees, so not too warm, but yeah, that's what to expect from the Sakhir Grand Prix this weekend. The main talking points in the paddock on Thursday is that Fernando Alonso will drive the Renault in the Young Drivers Test. Yes, this is a man with about 20 years of F1 experience. Oh dear. Oh. The type of barrier has been changed where Romain Grosjean had his crash, and that's probably for the better as the FIA have launched an investigation, but it's just brilliant to see he was well, and he was reunited with Ian Roberts and Alan van der Merwe today, which is just a lovely sight. Valtteri Bottas says he's desperate not to get beat by George Russell. This is a really important weekend for him, has to win. Wouldn't go as far as a shootout, but it would be ever so embarrassing if he lost. And George Russell said he was in the bathroom when he received his Mercedes call up. Live the life of Kingsley's lot. Practice 1, George Russell topped the timings just in front of Valtteri Bottas and Max Verstappen and Alex Albon. I wouldn't read too much into it, to be honest. Different time of day to when the race will be. Bottas had some damage early on, but don't take that away from Russell. Really impressive performance to start off the weekend, and he'll definitely be encouraged by that. That chicane is really hard for the drivers, and it's looking like a good test. And in practice 2, it was that man again, George Russell. What a day for him, topping the timings once again. Valtteri Bottas just really struggled. I think as you put his overall sectors together, it would have been faster, but he just couldn't get a lap together. But still, not to take away from George once again, he's been outstanding today. He's definitely exceeded expectations. If he can build on that tomorrow, then we could be in for a really exciting battle with the Red Bulls looking there and thereabouts. Finally, my predictions for the Sakhir Grand Prix. I'm going to say Bottas will stick on pole. I think with the Mercedes power unit, they will be the fastest car by quite a lot. If Russell gets within a few tenths of Bottas here, he's done outstanding. But the trouble is, it's such a short lap. Could easily see a car getting in between them. I do think Bottas will win the race. I think Mercedes will be the fastest car here. I think Verstappen will sneak second. I just think he'll have that extra little bit of experience and everything. But Russell will still get a podium, and I think that would call that a successful weekend. A podium would be a very good weekend for Russell. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Remember to follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily F1 news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.